Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Barkley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for Giants' 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Giants.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
On the carry.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Again, the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why.
Phillip never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, the protection was pretty good there. He was able to hold on to that for a long time, but just nobody could get open.
Excellent coverage downfield. As you mentioned, no one could get open, and he's just trying to avoid the sack and get the ball out of there, but he ends up dumping it off, and it ends up as a negative yardage play.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
For a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a run with Singletary. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Down at the 26.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
They'll run here with Singletary. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Touchdown from 3 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On the tackle.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's Jones, throwing on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Tua. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And it's caught by Parker. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's the end of the...
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. It's complete to Parker, left side. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Dalvin Tomlinson on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And he's got Snead. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
From Miami Dolphins.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
This will be caught at about the 5. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. is. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
At the 11-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. David Njoku, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And the Giants first down.
From the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
New York.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number 14, incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. First down, New York.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and it was their defense that really made the statement.